If you are a registered nurse from developed countries like UK, Ireland, Australia, Canada, or developing countries like India, neighboring Asian countries, Arab nations, and Philippines, and planning to move to UAE to work as a registered nurse, then this video is for you. So today let's discuss about the pathway right from preparing your documents, getting the data flow done, appearing for an exam, getting the eligibility, expecting the salaries and the job offers for registered nurse here in UAE. Because what looks simple on paper might be little different depending on where you come from. Hey guys, do watch this video till the end as I will be revealing some salary reality checks. So as we all know, the UAE is rapidly transforming its healthcare system, ranging from tertiary or apex level hospitals and trauma center, rapidly expanding private healthcare network and booming medical tourism. As we have seen over the decades, as the healthcare system is expanding, the demand for the nursing staff is increasing exponentially. So this video is specifically for nurses who are coming from UK and registered with Nursing and Midwifery Council, from Philippines with Professional Regulation Commission, from India, Indian Nursing Council, Europe, and other Arab nations. Let's break down about this video step by step and see how you can start your nursing journey for UAE. So in UAE, not like other countries, there are 3 licensing authorities. First is Dubai Health Authority, which is for Dubai. Second is Department of Health or Health Authority of Abu Dhabi, which is for Abu Dhabi and Align, and MOHAP, which is Ministry of Health and Prevention, which is for Sharjah and other Northern Emirates. So if you plan for any of these Emirates to work, then you have to get yourself registered in any of these licensing authority. There are 2 good catches in this. First is these licenses are convertible, meaning by if you come to Dubai as working for nursing and you want to move to Abu Dhabi or Sharjah, your license can be convertible. It has some prerequisites. That is, your license should get active first. Second thing is your employer should help in it. And third thing is there is some fees for it. The most important thing here is once you land up in any of the Emirate to work as a registered nurse, then your license should stay active for at least 6 months before you get eligible for the conversion. Now let's talk about the documents and the data flow. The first and foremost gold standard document which you need is your Bachelor of Science in Nursing. This document or a degree is must. If you are a diploma holder in nursing, then don't get disappointed. There are still some roles available for you which you can check on the either official websites. Once you get your nursing degree, you need a 2 years of nursing experience. There is a new rule which we will talk about in a while. You need your active registration or license from your home country as your first and foremost document. Rest, you have to get your passport, you have to get your experience certificates, you have to get your transcripts, your mark sheets from your universities. Now, when we talk about the freshers, the fresh graduating nurses, there is a new rule which has been passed that even these nurses are eligible to work in UAE. But the catch is the roles are very specific. Maybe you will be considered as a trainee, or maybe you will be under someone as being supervised. But do watch or do check on their official websites about your specific eligibility. Now, when we talk about after preparing the documents, what's next? So the next is the data flow. Now, what is data flow means? Data flow means it's a primary source verification. It's like scrutiny of your documents. Means all the documents which you will be submitting, like your passports, your transcripts, your degree, your employer work experiences, they all get verified by a group which is called as DataFlow group. Usually, depending upon the number of documents you submit, it's gonna take time. Usually, for the nursings from India or neighboring Asian countries or other developing countries usually take around 1 to 2 months of time. If we compare about the other countries, the developed countries, usually it should take about a month of time for your data flow verification. Once your all the documents submitted in your either of the licensing authority, either DHA, DOH or MOH, then you are good to go for the next step, which is called as exam for the nursing. Now when we talk about why is there a difference in the data flow when we compare about the nursing staff from developing countries or the nursing staff from developed countries, is because of this. From the developed countries, there are more recognized universities, there are faster replies and faster structured system, there are less doubts in the degrees and the experience letters. Whereas when you compare with the developing countries, there is always a doubt for the recognition of the universities, there is delay in reply for the data flow verifications, and there can be experience gaps or clinical gaps or dates overlapping, which will always be questioned. That's why it takes time and may end up in rejection. So my advice on this would be, if you are taking, especially for the nurses from the developing countries, if you are taking admissions in the nursing college, make sure your college is well recognized from a good reputed university. Make sure after finishing your nursing, when you work somewhere, make sure your dates are appropriate. You get a good experience letter from the HR or the hospital director in a proper format. In the next step, before you appear for the exam, make sure your main degree, like your nursing degree, should get affiliated. So the sequence for this is, first you have to get it affiliated from Ministry of Education, then you have to get it from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and then you have to get it attested from the UAE embassy as well, right? Once these degrees are attested or affiliated, then you are good to go for the next step. Usually for the data flow, the amount of money you gonna spend will range from 900 dirhams to 1500 dirhams. That also depends upon how many documents you have submitted for the data flow. Usually all three licensing authorities, they have their separate exams to start with. There are countries like the developed countries, the nurses from there, they may get exempted from the DHA or any of the licensing authority exams, and they can just have a mere oral interview. The exams for registration in UAE for the nurses from developing countries, other Asian countries or rest of the Arab nations may have to appear for this licensing exam. The licensing exam authority is usually Prometric, which is a computer-based test and comprises of around 150 MCQs, which you need to solve in 2 to 3 hours depending upon the authority. It's a computer-based test, and in most of the countries in their bigger cities, usually they have the centers and the exam is conducted on a regular interval. Now, if we talk about what are the fields or what are the topics usually they cover in the exam, is I would say around 35% it's gonna be from medical or surgical specialty questions. Around 15% would be from maternity or pediatric questions. 25% would be fundamentals or objective questions. Around 15% would be prioritization, triage or other fundamentals of nursing, and 10% would be other questions. These exams usually test not your memories, but they actually test your clinical judgment and your prioritization and reacting to a scenario. If we talk about the books or the text which you can refer for your nursing exam, there is a book called as Saunders Comprehensive Textbook of Nursing, which is NCLEX Registered Nurse. Then there is a book called as Archers, which you can refer for your nursing exam, or some DOH, MOH question banks. Even MLE or PLAB nursing books can help you in clearing your nursing exams. By any chance, if you fail your attempts, so usually you get 3 attempts to clear your nursing exam for either of the Emirates. But if you fail all 3 attempts your exam, then you need to have a gap of certain time and then you have to start refresh for the licensing. Once you clear your exam, then you get something which is called as an eligibility letter to start working as a registered nurse in UAE. Now let's talk a very important thing now is the job market. If you compare the nursing staff from the developed countries like UK, Ireland, Canada and Australia, or the developing countries like India, neighboring Asian countries, rest of the Arab nations or Philippines, the job market or the opportunities for the nursing staff from the developed countries is a lot compared to the other developing countries. Why is this so? Because the nursing staff from the developed countries, they are trained from a more structured, well-recognized universities, right? Their hospitals mostly work on international guidelines like NICE or NHS guidelines or JCI guidelines. Then they are more independent in clinical decision making. Their universities teach them strong documentations for the patients. That's why when you are getting trained from such universities, more and more chances for you to get hired. But nurses from the developing countries, they hold a strong area in the clinical or hands-on skills. They are very well versed working with a load of patients and they can work under pressure as well. If I talk about literally most of the hospitals, they rely on nurses from the developing countries. But when it comes to the job market, the nursing staff from the developed countries, they get preference in many of the flagship hospitals like tertiary apex level trauma centers or level 1 hospitals, because they get preferred mostly in the operation theaters, in the ICUs, in the dialysis units or for the leadership roles. When we talk about the nursing staff from the developing countries like Asia or rest of the Arab nations, these nursing staff, they are hired to start with mostly in the private hospitals. Once they get experience, then they can go into flagship or the bigger hospitals. A special mention for the nursing staff from the Philippines is they are mostly get hired in the patient facing areas like wards and operation theaters. These nursing staffs, they are very hardworking and there is a long history of the nursing staff from the Philippines moving to UAE. Even the nursing staff, once they get the experience here, already they are preferred to the countries like US or Canada. The nursing staff from Philippines, they hold a very good communication skills in English, which can be the preferred language in some hospitals here. Also, they form a bridge between the developed and the developing countries here in UAE. Now, let's move on to the very important aspect, which is the lifestyle and expenses here in UAE if you are thinking to move as a registered nurse. If you are planning to move into any specific Emirates, I would like to say Dubai is slightly towards more expensive. Abu Dhabi is more balanced. It depends. There are areas expensive, non-expensive, and Sharjah is more affordable. If you see the rent here, per month rent for a nursing staff can range from 2,000 to 6,000 dirhams per month. Your cost on the food may range from 500 to 1500 dirhams per month. The transport which you will be spending can range from 300 to 800 dirhams per month depending upon the transport mode. Now when we talk about the roles for the nursing staff from developed countries and the developing countries is usually the nursing staff from the developing countries, they get their growth faster. They get early leadership roles, they get independent clinical decision making roles, they get to teach the junior staff or in the nursing colleges, and they are more in demand in the flagship hospitals. But when we compare the nursing staff from the developing world, usually you get to work initially in the wards and the other clinical areas, and the growth is slightly slow. Your growth matters when you switch your job from one hospital to another hospital. Now, how you can improve or how you can make certain changes in your building your resume, your CV or your experience, especially for the developing country nurses, I will tell now. So first, they should get some ICU, OR, or some procedure room experience as first. Get certain international certifications. Include your work experience into certain hospitals which are at least JCI accredited. Get certain strong documentation and communication skill certificates. And then you build your CV in a way, once you submit for the job, for sure you will be preferred as well. Now towards the end of the video, let's talk about the salaries of the nursing staff. So if you are a nursing staff from a developed country, your starting salary can be up to 12,000 dirhams a month. Once you gain certain experience, it can increase from 12 to up to 15,000 dirhams a month. Once you gain a leadership role or certain teaching role, it can go up to 25,000 dirhams a month. For the nursing staff from the developing countries, your starting salary can be up to 6 or 7,000 dirhams. Once you gain certain experience, it can go up to 10,000 dirhams a month. After a while, it can go up to 15,000 dirhams a month. Usually, your salaries include your house accommodation, your salaries include your transport allowance and everything. Make sure in your job contract or job offer, your employer should give you health insurance. Your employer should bear your visa costs. In certain hospitals, the employer might give you or offer you once a year flight tickets to fly to your home country as well. And there is one thing which is called as end of service benefit or yearly gratuity, which is you work for 1 year, you earn 1 month of basic salary, which will be credited or to be given to you once you leave the hospital. But that applies only after you worked at least for 1 year, right? So this is all about starting your and thinking to start your nursing journey to land here in this beautiful country UAE. If you are one of those nurses who are planning to move to UAE for their career, drop down your country name or any queries related with it. I may help you or guide you further in your journey. Hit the like button, share and subscribe my channel if you think this video helped you. This is Dr. Ashish. Thank you for watching this video from the Vital Diaries.